Welcome to Dark Knight Films Reviews and another Hammer Productions night. Tonight, I will be reviewing The Secret of Blood Island, released in 1965. Directed by Quentin Lawrence, from a script by John Gilling, starring Jack Hedley, Barbara Shelley, Patrick Wymark, Charles Tingwell, Bill Owen, Peter Welch, and Michael Ripper. Now, Quentin Lawrence directed another Hammer film that I really like, and that is Cash on Demand, which I already reviewed on this channel. If you haven't seen that review, check it out in the link above. Now, unlike that film, this one is not as readily available and has not been actually released on any home video format. It has only been seen in the really bad quality versions that are out there right now, if you can find it at all, unfortunately. But I think it's important to focus on film, even if it hasn't really had a official release, because I want to see these films actually get released, and hopefully by putting them out there, I can actually get the companies, in this case Hammer Productions, to actually release this one. The film itself is very well directed by Quentin Lawrence. It's a very well written script from John Gilling. John Hedley plays our lead character in this, and Svetlana out there, if you didn't like him in The Scarlet Blade as the Robin Hood type, you probably like him a little bit better in this one, playing this British POW. But he's really good in this. He's very likable in his role. And Barbara Shelley is great as always, playing this character of Elaine, who her plane crashes when she's on this mission, and she ends up hiding out in the POW camp, thanks to Jack Hedley's character in here. And I just thought that was kind of a neat way to take it, because for the most part, you know, this is a prequel to the camp on Blood Island. So, for the most part, it actually, you know, goes through a lot of the same beats that film did. So, with the Barbara Shelley character being kept there and hidden under the Japanese noses there and everything, was a different take on it, a different spin on it. It gave it a little bit of a different vibe to it. And hey, if I was a prison POW and I happened to come across the beautiful Barbara Shelley out in the woods, I'd want to take her in too. Who wouldn't? But ironically, this has two British actors in it, playing Japanese soldiers, and it's just, I don't know why they do that, but they both do pretty good in this. They're not playing it over the top stereotype, unlike the original Camp on Blood Island. And they are played by Patrick Wymark and Michael Ripper. Now, Michael Ripper is no stranger to playing Japanese soldiers. He's done it in the past. But Patrick Wymark was a big surprise here, playing the main villain here with Major Giacomo. And I think he really does, do a really good job with playing it and making it feel like it's a real Asian playing it, as opposed to a British man playing a Asian character. Kind of like what Christopher Lee did with the Fu Manchu films. That being said, I still wish they would have went with a Japanese actor in this. And Michael Ripper, in his previous films where he played Japanese soldiers, he more played comic relief, just fun characters in this. In this, he is playing a very vindictive and sadistic little shit that you really are required to hate, but you can't help but watch his performance in here and enjoy what he's bringing to the table as a British actor trying to be believable in this. And he does a really good job in it. Another great performance in here that I did not expect was Charles Tingwell as Major Drayden. Now, he is the main one in charge of the camp. He's kind of like the character that Andre Morel played. So, ironically, 1 year after this film, Charles Tingwell would play Barbara Shelley's husband in my favorite Dracula movie from Hammer, Dracula, Prince of Darkness. Now, things didn't bode too well for Charles Tingwell in that. In this, he's a little bit better off in this, because like I said, he is the main one in charge of the soldiers in this POW camp. But being that this is a prequel, though, I don't like the way it opens. It opens basically giving away how this thing is going to end. Instead of opening with Barbara Shelley's plane crashing and then her trying to hide out for a while and then being found out by Jack Hedley, thankfully, instead of the Japanese, that they show basically the ending of the film where, the big escape, trying to help her to get away, happens. And I didn't like the fact that it opened like that, because it just gave away any kind of suspense that we could have with the ending. And of course, you're not going to get a real big final battle here against this camp, because of course this is a prequel, so it has to continue forward with that camp still being maintained. But it is, other than that sequence, which I objected to, because I hate when films open with the ending and give away any chance of suspense or, wondering who's going to survive this thing or whatever. I hate that. But what are you going to do? Some films do it and some films don't. The films that don't, you get a better chance of getting suspense and not knowing who's going to live and die in a film like this. But other than that, I really did enjoy this film. Like I said, I just wish that it was actually available out there and you could actually, watch it in a much better quality. But hopefully with this review, maybe Hammer will listen and put out a actual DVD or Blu-ray of this. So my final review of The Secret of Blood Island, I am going to give this film a 8.1 out of 10. This is a really good prequel to The Camp on Blood Island. I don't think it's as good as that film, but it's damn close, thanks to Quentin Lawrence's great direction. But what do you guys think? Have you seen this film? Do you agree with my review? Do you disagree? Let me know in those comments down below. And as usual, if you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to click that bell icon so you can be notified about future videos just like this one. And while you're by the subscribe button, click that join button and become a Dark Knight fan. As a Dark Knight Fan Plus member, you have access to an area on the channel right now where you can request a film, TV series, ranking video of your choosing, and when that video gets reviewed on this channel, it will go up for all Plus members to view prior to it coming to the channel live. And once that happens, I will put up another post so that you guys can request it again. So this is not a one-time thing. So if you want to be interactive, now's your chance. Well, that's it for another Hammer Productions night. If you missed last week's Hammer Productions night, check out the link up here to get caught up on that one. Or if you missed any of the other Hammer Productions night, be sure and check out the playlist right here to get caught up on any of them that you have missed.